What's up, guys? It's Corey's Corner here, making another video for my YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm basically going to be talking about my experience in doing work and wage maxing, because I know a lot of people listening to this probably might be thinking about wage maxing, and it's like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And a lot of people might already be wage maxing, so I want to share my thoughts on it, what I think about it. Is it worth doing? Is it not worth doing? And the first thing I'll say is, in my opinion, for most people, it probably is worth doing. Because the thing is, it's like you're not doing anything anyway, probably. And it's like, if you have no, you know what I mean? If you don't know really where you're going with your life, or if you don't know, you have a lot of free time, maybe, you know, you should try and get a job, try and get work, try and get wages, because at the end of the day, your life will just be the same, but you'll have money. You know what I mean? And it's just better. It's just better to have money, because just even like a little bit, save up a little bit. It's a good idea, because you know, it's just better to have money than not have money. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I'm leaving my job in less than a week. I've got like 3 shifts left. As I'm recording this video, I've only got like 12 hours probably left to work, and then I'm done. Which is like, I don't really know how to feel about it, to be honest, because I've been there for like 5 months. I've been working there probably since like late August-ish. I don't know, around that time. And this has been my first job, so I'm kind of sharing my experiences of it. And so what I think about it is, basically, it was, you know, it's alright. As jobs go, it's honestly a pretty good job. It was just a basic kind of job, and if you're like a 16 to maybe like 19-year-old guy, then you're looking for your first job is probably not going to be anything too interesting, to be honest. It's just going to be like a basic job. So for example, mine was just like in retail, and you're probably going to be working in retail or in like a supermarket or a store or something, or maybe like just stocking stuff like in a factory or like a warehouse or something. That, you know, depending on who you are, it really depends what you might want to do, but for the most part, that's really all you can get, unless you like know someone. Do you know what I mean? Unless, like, I don't know, like your dad knows someone who needs help, like, I don't know, working, I don't know, you know what I mean? It'd just be like specific things, like if they own like a shop or something, you could help out, and maybe that kind of nepotism would get you a job. But if that's not you, and let's face it, that's not me either, I don't know anyone. So my first job was just this basic job, right? Well, anyway, for me, like, the ideal job would just be like working in like a factory or working in a warehouse, not even as like a first job, but like as my actual job. My ideal job would just be in like a warehouse or something where I don't have to talk to people. And at our store we had, I'm not going to say what store it was or where it was, obviously, but it was just like a basic retail shop, and we sold like mostly clothes and just like other bits, really, you know what I mean? Like it was mostly a clothes store, and they just sold other like kind of crap on the side. But we also had like an area in the back which was like a warehouse bit, and most of my time I was working in the warehouse, and that was probably like, that was fine by me, because I know most people, like normies, wouldn't like that, because they're like, oh, I need human interaction. But for me, it's like the complete opposite. Like, I hated the days when I was out at the front, and sometimes they'd get me to stock stuff, and if it was like a slow day, they'd only have like me and like a couple of other people, and they'd get me to go on like a till sometimes, and that was, I don't like really interacting with people, you know what I'm saying? But I preferred being in the back, and they let us listen to like music and stuff, so I just put in my my headphones, and I just listened to music and work for like hours and hours and hours. And I could do it all day. I could work like 14-hour shifts doing that every single day, and I'd be fine, because it's not like I'm doing anything else as well, do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's just chill. I don't mind. I really don't mind being by myself at all. But anyway, so that's really the kind of experience you have. And if you're a sub 5 guy, then that's probably what you're going to be doing, because they always put me at the back. I remember on my first day, it was a guy who I was like replacing, who was like, he'd been there for like a year or so, or probably even more actually, and another guy who's like a male supervisor, but he like didn't care about his job really. But it was just us 3, and they got us to go over and like stack some shelves at the back of the thing, and at the back of the store, and they had like the female like manager and a couple of the girls who were around our age doing the tills. And it's just clear, like, because the tills is such an easy job as well, and it's just people don't want to have men serving them at the tills. You know what I mean? They're obviously going to put the women there, especially if you're sub 5. And the other 2 guys I was who were there, they weren't even sub 5. They were like 7 or 8s, and even they weren't getting. You know what I mean? And if they're not doing it, I'm not going to be there. Let's face it. But that was fine by me, as I say. But it just kind of sucks because you just clearly see like no one cares, no one wants you to interact with them. If there's ever like a customer who wants something, they're always going to talk to the female if there's a woman there, just because they don't want to talk to men. They don't care because you're not very inviting. I know I'm not very inviting to talk to and stuff, but yeah, I don't want to talk to people. Like the male supervisor I was just talking about one time, he said to me like, when you ring people up and stuff at the till, you sound kind of miserable. And I was like, I am miserable. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what I mean? I can't fake it. He's like, oh, you just have to fake it and pretend to be happy. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. So they didn't put me at the tills. But yeah, I didn't say that to him. I didn't say that last bit to him, obviously. But I just thought in my mind, I'm not doing that. But so what was it like working with women? Well, all I can tell you really is it really just depends on your looks, to be honest, and it depends on the women you're like working with. So I had a female supervisor who was kind of rude to me. This actually happened to me yesterday. This was like my last full day at work, so I work full days on Sundays, and if they like other days, it's just like I just show up and they'll just tell me like when to go home and stuff, basically. But yesterday I showed up and we got a call from like another store, because it's like a chain, do you know what I mean? It's like a chain shop, so there's like loads of other ones all around the place. And we got this call from one in like the town like next to us that's like bigger than our town, because I only live in like a small, it's not even a town really, but I live in this small area, and then there's like this bigger town near us, and we got a call from them basically saying like, we need people over here because we've only got like 2 people because everyone else is sick for some reason or something like that, and we need more people. And basically what happened was, we had the female supervisor I was talking about, we had another girl who was kind of like a bit below her. I don't really know what exactly her deal was, but she was like I think she was just like a basic employee, but she'd been there for like a few years. She was like my age and stuff, but you know, she wasn't like a manager or anything, but she was like really experienced. So they wanted her to come to their store, but my supervisor was like, no, she's not coming because we're going to be really busy today. I don't even know how they knew that, because we hadn't even opened yet, but apparently they thought we were going to be busy. So we had like another girl who's my age, who's like just a basic employee, and we had this like 30-year-old woman. I don't know what her deal is. She has like, I know she has like kids, but she's working as like a minimum wage employee. It's like, you know, your life hasn't gone well when that happens. That's what's going to happen as well to all these girls who are like 9s or 10s, is in their like teen years, in their 20s, and then they have a kid and the dad leaves and they got to work because they haven't done any actual work in school. That's what's going to happen to these guys, man. But anyway, I don't know what her deal was really, but she was there too. And they wanted these other girls to go, and they weren't even considering me. As I say, like, no one's going to send the man, because they needed people at the till, and they obviously weren't going to send me. And the girl they were trying to send, who was my age, they were like, oh, can you just go, can you go? And she was like, I don't want to go, can't he go? And she was talking to me, like pointing at me and stuff. I was just standing there, and she's like, can't he go? And then the manager was just like ignoring me. I was like, what the hell? But later on, they like tried to convince her to go. And I kind of went to them and I was like, I actually want to go, because it was my last day, and I was like, you know, I'm here for like a whole day. It's like, I might as well go to a new store, because it might be kind of interesting, you know. I don't know. It's better than just staying in the same store all day. So I said to them, I was like, I'll go. And then they were like, oh, but you suck at the tills and you're really slow and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? Why are you telling me this? You know what I mean? It's like, I get it. I was like, I just said, okay, fine. I was like laughing and stuff, because I didn't even know what to say, because I'm not even slow either. I do better than anyone else there, honestly. And they're like, oh, your add-ons are really bad as well. And that's basically like, you know, when you go to the checkout at the store, and they're like, oh, do you want any of this stuff? And they're like, it's just random crap at the till, and you're always like, no. That's apparently, I'm bad at that, because I don't ask people. And it's like, I don't ask people because no one wants it, and half the people don't even speak English anyway who shop at our store, so I can't really communicate to them that. But apparently I'm bad at it, which I don't think is fair, but whatever. But I was like, fine, I won't go. And in the end, they sent her, and she had to pay for her own taxi as well, which is stupid. If they tried to make me do that, I'd just be like, fuck off, I'm not paying for my own thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no point even going, because the taxi would probably cost more than we even get paid, but whatever. It is what it is. But she went, so it was just it's just the 4 of us. And anyway, it was kind of a weird day, that happened to me. But anyway, it is what it is. I didn't take it personally because I don't care what these people think about me, obviously. But it is what it is. So I also had this like male supervisor, this guy who was like a bit above us. He wasn't like a manager. We have like a boss who's in charge of the like whole store. Like he owns the store or something. I don't know exactly what the deal is. Because as I said, it's part of like a chain. So obviously he's not like the CEO or whatever, but he's high up. And then we have like lower supervisors who kind of do managing of the actual people who are working. And we had this dude come in. He's been there for like a few years now, and he's like 22, and he told me he's like engaged and stuff. Like he's got a fiance, and I was just thinking, how are you 22 and engaged? You know what I mean? And working in just a basic. I know he's like a supervisor, so he gets paid a bit more, but it's like, really, do you know what I mean? He's like, oh, we want to go on our honeymoon to the Caribbean, and I was like, yeah. Maybe he'll make. I don't know. I guess if they save up, they can do it, but it was just kind of sad to see because he was like a decent looking guy as well. I'd say he's like at least a 7, if not an 8 out of 10, which isn't much to women, obviously. That we know like the standards are really messed up, but it's kind of unheard of really for me. I've never seen something like that, but it was just weird. And like one day when we're closing up, basically at the end of the day, we have to like take the money out of the tills and like count it and stuff, like how much we made or whatever. But obviously they don't want just basic people doing extra. I don't know. They don't want people stealing and stuff, which I get. But they got him to do it because he's like the highest one there. And his girlfriend or his fiance like came into the store while we were closed, and they were just talking. I just saw her, and they were like, they were the most like basic people ever. Like he had like a really basic haircut. He had like shaved sides and just a bit on the top. Like 99% of guys do. And his girlfriend looked really kind of basic, but his fiance, I guess. But I don't know. It just sucks because I was talking to him, and he's a Chad, and he was giving me the whole talk. Like, oh, you just need to be confident, bro. That's how I got my girl. I was just confident. I worked with her in my old store, and she liked me because I was confident and stuff, even though I was fat at the time. And it's like it doesn't work. It only works if you're attractive. If you're ugly and confident, it doesn't matter what you do. They're not going to be interested in you. But anyway, there was this other girl working there who was around my age, and he was talking to me, and he's like, oh, you should ask a girl for a number. Like random customers coming into the store, he was like, oh, you should ask them for their number. And it's like I'd probably lose my job because they'd complain because like they assume I'm like harassing them or something if I did that. But I didn't do it. But this other girl who's my age who works there, he was like, oh, you should talk to her. Anyway, so we have like a group chat for the store, so we had their numbers, and she'd already messaged me. She'd messaged me saying like she got locked out of the store or something, but I ignored it because I didn't see that. By the time she got back in, she'd already got back in by the time I saw that message. You know what I'm saying? But the point is I had her number, so I messaged her and I was like, do you want to like go out and stuff? And she was just like, oh, I'm just really busy and stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fine. I'm used to, I don't care. I don't take it personally anymore because I've been like rejected a few times, and it's like I don't mind. It doesn't bother me. But it's just. And I told him the next day, and he's like, "Oh, that sucks, bro. What, keep going and stuff." And it's like he was genuinely like a nice guy to me, but he just doesn't understand what it's like as a sub 5. He applies like his own, his own rules of his own like rules of how like relationships work and stuff to me. And it's like it's not gonna work like that for a sub 5. I don't want to say all hope's lost because it's not, but you can't just be confident. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically those are some of my experiences working retail. This video is a bit disconjunct. What's the word? This video is kind of slopped together, you could say. I don't have a script or anything. Like last video, the first video I made, I had like a script, and I only stuck to it loosely, but I was just, I was following a script, and in this one I'm just literally talking from nothing. I'm just talking, making this up as I go. Hopefully I can edit this maybe into something more coherent, but whatever. As I said in my last video, I'm not making these for anyone to watch them. I'm making them mostly for myself, and if people watch them and they get something out of it, then that's good, but that's not why I'm making them. Yeah, oh fucking hell, man, I don't know. It's like I was working there for 5 months, and it's like it's already over. It feels like 3 weeks, if that. It's like it's gone so fucking quick. quickly, man. It's gone so quick. It's like, what the hell just happened? How did it go so fast? I remember because that male supervisor I was talking about, I should have given him like a name or something. I'll call him Brian for the rest of the video. That's not his name, obviously, but so Brian like left one day, a few weeks ago, maybe like a month ago, if that, and it was like his last shift with me, and we were closing up together. We closed up quite a few times. We closed up together, and it's just me and him, and it's like it gets quite dark and stuff. And he cycled to and from work, and I just walk home. But I remember this last time we were closing together, I was just standing outside the store, and he was like getting his bike ready, and he was talking to me, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm not going to see you again, so like, have fun, and good luck with anything you do." And it's like, I'm not going to do anything, but I don't know, he was too nice to me. I don't know why he was so nice to me, but he was. I appreciate him, I do, and I do. It's like it's messed up because it's like he's probably like the most. He's the only guy in the past like 3 years at least that like I've really talked to, except like one other person who I've really like talked to, like in a like honestly, not just in a superficial way, you know what I'm saying? And it's like he's gone, you know what I mean? It's just kind of weird because he's probably doing something else now. He's probably living his happy life. He's gonna get married. He said he wanted kids. He's probably gonna have kids. He's gonna get like a good promotions and stuff. And here I am, and it's just like, what? It's like we all know, I mean, I'm not saying like life's unfair, because we all know that. There's no point saying that, but it's like, oh, whatever. But at least I got like a good amount of money out of it. Like I've got like, since I was working there, I've gotten like saved up like around £6,000. I don't know how much that is in dollars, but I've got quite a bit of money saved up, which is really really nice. Because I don't do anything else. I literally said to them in my fucking interview, I was like, they're like, what's your schedule like? And I said, like, I don't do anything. I can come in any time. You can like call me in at any time. I don't do anything. And they call me in like every day. I'm the most reliable employee probably, because I don't do anything. Like on the off days, like people are probably like, oh, I'm going out with my friends, I have a party, and it's like, I don't do shit. I don't go out. I don't have friends. I don't talk to anyone. I don't drink. So I'm not like hungover the next day, or at least I don't drink socially. I don't do anything that would mean I can come into work. I can come into work really early or really late, because I don't do anything. So, and they gave me the job as well. I remember I handed in my notice. The reason I'm leaving, by the way, is because, and this will affect the channel as well, the reason I'm leaving is because I'm going on like a trip to well, I'm not going to say where, but I'm going away for like a month. To another part of the world, because I have family there, so I'm staying there, and so I kind of had to hand in my notice, you know what I mean? And it's like I said, I can work it up until Christmas, and then after that I don't know. And I kept my word, I didn't lie, but it's just like, how has it been 5 months already? It doesn't feel like 5 months. Yeah. So if you guys have like experienced wage maxing, I want to hear it. Really, anything you guys have to say. Call me a piece of shit, I don't care. Just comment anything. You can say anything you want. Just like video suggestions. If you guys want me to make a video about something, if you want to hear my thoughts or like my opinions on something, let me know. Ask away, and I'll make it into a video. But I probably won't upload for a month because I'll be away. But hey, yeah, I mean it happens. It's life. So I'll see you guys in the next video. That's pretty much it.